Keenan Allen as Baltimore. This game taking place in Seattle, in theory. And again, wearing those lime greens, the electric green here for Seattle. Ty Lockett was huge for Derwin James on Sunday. He was catching passes. He was returning kicks. He did whatever he wanted to. And RG, I know you watched that game too when Michael Vick was wiped out. Vick was offered the concession button in the first quarter. He was doing nothing. The computer said, "Do you want to tap out?"
Yeah. That you never want to see be the one receiving that message. Where if the game starts to get out of hand, it'll literally ask you. It says, "Hey, this looks like it's getting out of hand." Team victory, but I think this is going to be a lot different this time, Josh. Keenan Allen is a gamer. He plays a lot of Madden. These guys have a history of playing each other, so I'm very, very interested to see what he's going to bring to the table here.
And he's stepping up. I mentioned this earlier, and I was there to see it. I'll never forget it. He was up against double coverage against these Ravens in 15, made an unbelievable catch as the Chargers came back to win a game 33-31 in Baltimore. But in the process of making that catch, we didn't know it at the time, Keenan Allen lacerated his spleen, and he was done for the year. In a year where he was on pace to put up insane numbers. He was 8 games in, RG. He had 725 yards already, 67 catches. So here he is as a Raven and trying to play a little defense right now.
And I like it. You see him in the bottom right of your screen. I like his attire coming into this game. You got the sleeveless Adidas on, your headband up. You know what I'm saying? He's got the earbuds in, so he looks locked in, ready to go. This is the posture of somebody that seems like they're ready to do work on the sticks, Josh.
Beard game is very strong. We can point that out, too. And, you know, a couple of years ago, there was a game, I reference NFL Films again. They had Keenan wired for sound. It was the wild card game between the Chargers and the Ravens. I guess that was in 18. And they caught Keenan saying over and over when Melvin Ingram was making sticks, the defense came to play. The defense came to play. And now he's got to be all about that here because as you've talked about, Derwin James just scored 80 points the other day.
Yeah, for sure. And, the Ravens defense isn't a bad defense to be controlling if you're Keenan. You got Earl Thomas out there, who's obviously one of the better playmakers. Marlon Humphrey is one of the better corners. So you definitely got some playmakers out there on that Ravens defense, especially in that secondary.
Marcus Peters, too. And Keenan Allen and Marcus Peters, for real, have had some battles twice a year when the Chargers would play the Chiefs. And a lot of horizontal maneuvering here so far for Derwin James, again playing as the Seahawks at home.
Well, Derwin's running these bubble. You see that PA bubble RPO? That's a run pass option right there, Josh. Where RPOs are new to Madden 20, where he could choose to hand that ball off to the running back by holding the X button after he snaps it, or he could go ahead and throw that bubble. And so far, he's had a lot of success throwing that bubble. It's a good read, right? When you throw that bubble, Josh,
here.
what I wanted to say is it's a pretty easy read, too. You kind of just watch the guy that's closest to that slot receiver that's going to run the bubble. If there's no one lined over him, you could pretty much just throw that bad boy because the outside receiver is going to block the DB. And then if there even is someone aligned on him, you just watch his initial move. If he breaks in, you throw the bubble. If he guards the bubble, you hand it off.
Dangerous. Russ Wilson trying to escape. He just flings it out of bounds. Will bring up a 3rd and 7. And we should bring up RG, one of the interesting sidelights of this game. You got Lamar Jackson against Russell Wilson. I mean, that's 2 guys that you'd love to have on your Madden team no matter what.
Oh yeah, I mean this is like the modern day Mike Vick versus Donovan McNabb matchup that you would see back when I was on the sticks. And
skateboardist guys, both of them. Carson, who's had ball security issues, he was able to hang on. It's 4th and inches here. Didn't quite give him the first down.
It's a hold the door moment, Josh. He had triangle up the seam.
Lockett again making a play for Derwin James.
That's that levels play. That is a good play. You got a corner route from the tight end. The running back breaks to the flats. A shallow dig with a deep dig. This is just prolific right now by Derwin.
got DK Metcalf, you got Lockett. I mean, you got weapons out there.
Yeah, Metcalf's going
Metcalf
to
had
be
900
95
receiving
speed.
yards this year.
And look at Derwin; he's got the shades on. I was paying homage to Keenan with the earbuds and the sleeveless and the headband, but look at them shades that Derwin's rocking. Those are like some serious gaming glasses
Stylistically, this
there.
is the best we've seen. I agree. As Rashard Penny gets tackled after a gain of a couple. Second and goal here. Nice time-consuming drive here from DJ.
Yeah, this is textbook right here. And you've seen it. He's mixed up his plays. He's done some RPO, a little bit of levels concept. He's run the ball. I mean, he's just doing it all. He threw the ball away when there was nothing there. I mean, he is as advertised when it comes
Oh,
to the work he does on the sticks.
what were we saying? The defense came to play, said Keenan Allen over and over when it was Chargers against Ravens. And, well, so far, that's exactly right. This is third and goal.
Here we go. Hold the door moment. This is going to be what determines if Derwin needs to take 3 or get 6. This isn't 4-down territory this early in the game, Josh.
4.5 minute drive here, too, partner. Opening things up, the winner gets to Sean Jackson tomorrow. And Russell Wilson chucks it. Oh, my goodness, what a catch. They do end up
Ew.
scoring. Will Disley.
Josh, that was textbook Russell Wilson. He just ad-libbed that play. He rolls out. It looks like there's nothing there. Disley breaks to the back corner off of that corner route to the back pylon, and then just gets it done. That's exactly how Russell Wilson does. When the play breaks down and it's time to ad-lib, nobody is better. And Derwin just got it done just like he would Russell would in real life right there. Oh, what a way to make a play. I thought he was going to have to throw that away and take 3.
That's why,
And you
as
see
you said,
Derwin,
that's
he's
why you
going,
love having Russell Wilson.
and you gotta love having some Russell Wilson on your squad. And you saw Derwin went straight to his coaching adjustments, set his DB matchups, I believe, by speed. I mean, this guy knows what he is going to know what he's doing. And look for him to send heavy pressure out of this 3-4. Derwin, when we watched him play versus Vic, he is not scared to send 7 defenders out of these 3-4 odd and 3-4 bear defenses.
By the way, before I forget, RG, quick educational moment for you here. Russell Wilson's late father almost made the Chargers team himself out of training camp as a receiver back in, I think it was 1980. But the Chargers back then so often lined up with Kellen Winslow wide, they decided only 4 wide receivers on the roster would be necessary. So Russell's dad got squeezed out. He could have been a Charger, but now James and Keenan Allen as Chargers. They're matching up for the rights to play to Sean Jackson tomorrow.
Josh, you're an animal. How do you have a
No, I'm a
stat like
dork.
that? You're an animal. No, no,
Because
no,
I got
no,
no
no,
life,
man.
son. No life
That's
whatsoever.
beast mode right there. Russell
Uh,
Wilson's father's cousin charged out. You're like, how do you know this stuff, man?
well,
You never cease
the
to amaze me.
the one thing I love about Russell Wilson, we talk about his confidence, kind of mirroring that of Keenan's and Derwin's. I remember the story about when John Schneider, the Seattle GM, called Russ Wilson to draft him. He said, "We're taking with our third-round pick," and supposedly Russ said, "Congratulations, you just made the best decision of your whole life." And he wasn't wrong.
Wasn't lying. Got him that Super Bowl. I will say, Josh, I'm liking what Keenan's doing right here. He's coming out in a gun ace formation that's going to have a 21 personnel. He's going to have 2 tight ends out there. What's going to allow him to block those tight ends and max protect and pick up some of that heavy pressure that Derwin James likes to send. So I'm really liking what Keenan's doing right now, coming out in this 2 tight end set. You see, Derwin's out of his
How do,
3-4 and go into more of a nickel type of look.
is that how you counteract it, RG? Is that the best thing Derwin can do?
For sure. I mean, some people would stick in 3-4, but I think Derwin knows he's not going to be able to get the pressure he wants out of it, so he's going to go to his nickel and just be more comfortable playing coverage out of it. But there you go, Keenan. See him steps up and throws it right up the seam, and he's moving the ball just as efficiently as Derwin was.
Got it to Mark
Again, the
Andrews. We're
winner.
seeing tight ends making plays all day long here.
Again, in my opinion, Josh, the winner of this game is going to be the favorite to win the tournament. And I know that's saying a lot given the performance that Tyreek Hill put on earlier today. But I'm just going with I'm going with these Chargers guys, man. They are proven Madden gamers for sure.
Well, and just to reset, if you're just joining us, 62 points Tyreek Hill put out there as the Chicago Bears, and basically half that total was on pick sixes. Eddie Jackson had 3 of them. Well, sideline route right there. Going to be a 3rd and 2.
You know, it's crazy is you checked on Twitter. Tyrann Mathieu wasn't happy about that loss, man. He was letting Tyreek care about it on Twitter a little bit. I saw after that game.
First down achieved here. Those guys were going back and forth during the week on social media. And game 1 today, the one between the 2 Browns guys, same deal. I mean, we heard it. It was basically very friendly fire between Denzel Ward and Jarvis Landry. That one went to Ward 10-9 with a missed extra point, actually a blocked extra point being the literal difference in the game.
Yeah, Denzel's special teams was the best we've seen by far so far, for sure. I mean, he was getting it done.
One Ingram with the carry, just kind of barging forward here.
So one thing I'll call out, Josh, too, is you got to notice both of these guys got gaming chairs. We're telling you they're gamers. Look at those chairs, too. Those are gaming chairs, man. And you don't get yourself a gaming chair unless you mean business on the stick. So just even furthermore evidence of these guys ain't messing around when it comes to the sticks. Oh!
Oh! Almost hung on to as there was going on. A lot to unpack. The hit right away on the quarterback getting rid of it. That's number 1. But after all the dust had settled there, you had a shot for Nick Boyle, the tight end, to come down with it.
Oh, man, you see Shaquem Griffin getting in there. Got a hit on Lamar Jackson. Now a big 3rd and 7 right here. If you're Keenan, you got to go to your money plays in the gun bunch. This is a very popular formation. Watch that corner route from the slot receiver. It's going to be Snead on the corner route. He's going to try to roll out right and potentially hit that corner. No.
That's batted down, bring up 4th. Well, you saw what was open, but that's not where he went. So 4th and 7 and the field goal try for Keenan.
He's going to hit that field goal. What Derwin did right there was huge. He sent heavy pressure off of that right side, the side that Keenan would have wanted to roll out to, forced him to step up in the pocket and forced Keenan into a bad read. So beautiful defensive call right there from Derwin James. One of the best ways to stop that popular gun bunch formation is to send heavy pressure at it.
From 5 yards back in the end zone, Lockett. And he can't quite turn the corner here. You know, and not to bring the room down here, partner, but I do want to mention with Shaquem Griffin making that last big play down at the other end of the field. I know you know this too, and you'll mourn this along with me, RG, but the Griffin's agent, the Buddy Baker, just lost both of his parents to COVID-19 just a few days ago. And that really has shaken a lot of people to their very core. Well, it's a nice move by Carson to get free, but let's just kind of remind everybody why we're here. And courtesy of these NFL players and EA Sports, the Checkdown, we are trying to do some good, raise some money for COVID-19 relief efforts. And a 7-3 ball game here with 2 minutes gone in the second quarter. We should be able to bring in both Derwin James and Keenan Allen momentarily. That's our hope. And to hear from them what's going on. And a pretty good battle early on, 7-3.
That would be nice, Josh. I see them. They're getting anxious in the Twitch chat. They're like, when are these guys going to let them get it in? So hopefully
we're trying.
Got them mic'd up.
As soon as we can pump in the sound, yep. All right, we'll drop out and see if we've got it now.
No dice so far.
I want to make sure I'm looking over them. I'm seeing their lips moving, but I'm not hearing them. So hopefully someone in the control booth can let us know. I'm told their mics are actually open. They're just being really, really concentrated up right now, RG. got their game
This
faces
is
on.
that serious game. This is that serious game. I'm telling you, there's a lot of bragging rights on this. Both of these guys want to represent their team, move on in this tournament, and they both take their Madden game serious. One thing Derwin James did ask me to do, he said, shout out all my peeps in Florida. I said, anyone you want to shout out? He said, just shout out Florida. He's like, that's where I be. Always got love for Florida. So anybody in the chat, if you're out here in Florida as well, Derwin shouting you out, man. So shout out to Florida in the house.
Haynes, a native. Oh, and here's a little turn to the corner, a little wiggle. Penny to go forward for Derwin. Penny again. And controlling so much clock here, RG, these little chunks of 4 and 5 yards, it's working for DJ for sure.
It's huge. If he can score a touchdown on this drive and keep Keenan Allen from getting any more points, going into the second half up 2 possessions, 14-3 would be a huge deal, and you would have to love Derwin's chances to walk away with this W. But you see him, he's playing it safe, he's staying conservative, he's mixing up his play calling. He's doing exactly what he needs to do to win this game so far, in my opinion.
He'll run it again, and Keenan Allen stiffening up defensively. Again, playing as the Ravens is Keenan Allen.
It's a huge first down. This is a big one, Josh. This is probably the biggest play of the game so far, because Derwin will be able to continue to milk clock if he picks this up. If not, he'll have to kick a field goal and give Keenan the ball back.
Throwing on the run into coverage. That's a great catch. And again, he finds a tight end.
That was a great play right there from Derwin. And I'm even impressed with Keenan Allen. He clicked onto that defender so fast and moved him into position to try to make the knockout. But Derwin clicked on with Disley, hit that possession catch, and now got the first down. And he's knocking on the door.
Who had Will Disley as MVP of this game?
It's tough.
It's been the case so far. Penny trying to barge forward. He's in. It's a touchdown for Derwin James.
And look at him, calm, cool, and collected, Josh. You don't even see a reaction out of Derwin James. He knows this is business as usual, and this is going to be a huge drive coming up for Keenan Allen right here. If he can just get himself some points before the end of this first half and keep this a one-possession game going into the second half, he'll be in good shape. This is a big minute and 24. He has all 3 timeouts.
Can I get a fumble? Fumble.
Yeah, some points here, and that second half kickoff. Right that sounds like a pretty good recipe. If Derwin James moves on, though, RG, tomorrow we've got offense versus defense twice in the semis, right? It'll be Tyreek Hill up against Denzel Ward. It would be Derwin James up against Deshaun Jackson. But Keenan Allen trying to say something about.
That's cool. That's cool. That's a good point. And don't take it lightly. When you talk to these NFL guys, man, there's a lot of pride on being on the offensive or defensive side of the ball. One thing I've learned, there's nothing that defensive coordinators hate more than an offensive coordinator, and there's nothing that an offensive coordinator hates more than a defensive coordinator when you talk to, these coaches and players.
Allen content to give it to Mark Ingram quite a bit here. And again, just getting points. Doesn't have to be 7, but get the 3. Get to within a one-score game at 14-6. We've seen Derwin James just chew up so much clock on a couple of drives. So I think every drive for Keenan Allen, right, you can't come up with a 0. Ingram first down.
So good. A lot of people would say, why are you running the ball in that situation if you're Keenan Allen? But when Derwin James mugs the gap like that out of that 3-4 defense and has all those defenders in there, he's getting ready to send heavy pressure. And running the ball is a good tactic against that kind of defense because they have trouble, scraping to the outside. Same thing right here. You see all those guys are mugged in the gap. You want to try to get to the outside. Good tackle, though.
Well, yeah, Derwin plays such strong defense. His stick work is great. Still some terrain to travel here as Keenan Allen at least needs to get it to that Seahawk logo here to have a shot. And the timeout taken. We've seen today, by the way, a 10-9 final, a 62-32 final. This one looks like it'll settle somewhere in between. Two great quarterbacks, right? Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson.
I'm looking at the chat. They seem very, very pro Derwin James in that chat right now. I think he made quite the reputation for himself. I mean, a lot of people, I'm sure, saw that beat, and he put on Vickens too.
Don't think he got the first down. Pretty close. Yeah, 3rd and 1 here, and they run it off to get under 10 seconds. So Keenan Allen's got to get going. 2 seconds, 1 final play.
Had R1 wide open. He had a touchdown. Oh my gosh.
And to have one more play in your pocket would have been nice. But Keenan let those seconds tick down. So it is 14-3 at the half. Charger versus Charger here. James against Allen.
Nope.
And RG, as chatty as our first game was, I mean, it was a nonstop string conversation between the two Cleveland Browns combatants. This is the quiet storm right here. DJ and Keenan Allen are dead serious about this.
Hey, folks, I mean, look at them game faces. Look at them faces right now. Look right now at them game faces. They locked in.
With a chance to get the Deshaun Jackson tomorrow, Deebo Samuel was to have been his opponent, and he had to step out, so it was kind of a forfeit, if you will. Deshaun Jackson played against the computer, down to the wire. Eagles against the Niners, and came up just a little short. Long bomb to himself at the final. It came up just a little short.
Keenan.
And RJ, this is the rare game that we've seen where neither guy can actually put himself into the mix. Because again, Keenan's playing as the Ravens and Derwin's playing as the Seahawks. So even though it's Charger versus Charger, there are no Chargers on the.
Yeah, you could tell they just wanted to go with the teams that they felt gave them the best chance to win. And it was funny. You heard Derwin. I finally heard Derwin. It sounded like he was trying to get the attention of Keenan. To ask Keenan, but Keenan just not biting on it. He's still locked in and focused. Laser focus from Keenan.
Keenan got laser focus. If he got music in those headphones instead, is that possible? We see that a lot in Madden play, right? Guys don't want to listen to anything else but their own music.
Very, very good point, Josh. A lot of people got the mixes that they throw out there when they're locking in on the sticks. Keenan could be bumping something. I don't know what he's bumping in them headphones.
I'm guessing a little John Legend. You ever heard him play, by the way? He's keyboards Allen, not just Keenan Allen. He's a tremendous piano player. He can rock John Legend. Big time.
Good read, boy.
There's a nice read right there. Keenan Allen. You'd be surprised, Josh. I talk to a lot of these pro Madden players, and a lot of them do like to put some smooth R&B in that playlist. You would think it would be pump-up music, but a lot of them want something that just keeps them calm, under the pressure, something that allows them to think and stay relaxed. And so that's a pro tip out there for anyone in the chat. Don't always go for the most ampage music. Get something that's going to keep you calm and mellow, keep your thinking cap on.
What did you go with back in your playing day? And by the way, my partner used to actually kill it in this sport, in Madden play. What'd you have?
I had to move away from the music. I went to one tournament. I remember I had Cool G Rap, The Streets playing in my headphones, and I was so amped up and ready to go that I think I smashed my controller before the game was even finished off of something. So after that, I was like, you know what, we're retiring the music. It gets me too wired up.
Turned into a game. Second and 10 for Lamar Jackson here. Again, Keenan Allen playing as the Ravens. On the road against Derwin James in Seattle. Oh, a little wiggle there to pick up a few more yards. Necessary yardage here. Lamar Jackson, escape artist designation or not. I mean, he's kind of the human escape artist anyway, right?
Yeah, Lamar Jackson, they're going to be the best mobile quarterback that you can get. And I'm looking at Keenan Allen. He's in this gun bunch. It looks like he's in this West Coast playbook, which is a very popular playbook. Now, if you pick the West Coast playbook, you know what you're doing on the offensive side of the ball. So pretty cool to see Keenan, in one of the more popular playbooks you see in competitive Madden. Oh, he's got square.
Wow. And again, Derwin James, just like
What's up, brother?
yesterday or a couple days ago when he took on Michael Vick, when he needed a
You
big
got to
third
punt so I
down
don't get
play,
bad.
seemed like every time he was able to get it done.
Play defense. You've been playing good defense.
Heard Derwin right
Bro, I'm
there. He
mad
said, you
about them
got to
3
punt. You've
points.
been playing good defense.
But that's
You was not
back-to-back
supposed to
empty
have.
trips for
Oh,
Keenan Allen, right? I mean,
and
right
you
at the end
blitz
of the
kicked me.
first half and now to start the second half. Oh, that ball bouncing. And it'll
Hey.
be down 5.
The frustrating part for Keenan Allen is he's got guys naked. He's had R1 up the seam a couple times for a touchdown. He's had Hollywood Brown get by his guy on the outside that he could bomb it to for a touchdown. The pressure just keeps getting there before he's able to let the ball rip.
His 2 tight end working very well for Derwin James, and he flares it out. There's Carson, not quite to the first down sticks. 2nd and 2.
Look at him quiet the crowd. Click in the right stick if you ever wanted to know how to do that. You click in the right stick at the line of scrimmage, get that quiet crowd animation.
Oh,
I
my
love that.
Kind
God.
of cute.
Keenan.
Wow, that ball coming out.
Stop
I
playing
thought
that
he had
defense.
Carson underneath.
Look at Keenan.
Why you blitzing me like that, bro? Now I can tell if you blitzing. Okay, you in cover 2. The cover 2 blitz, because I see the outside 2 dudes lit up. Huh?
You see him calling out this
I see
defense?
the
He said
outside 2
it is
dudes lit
cover
up.
2. Derwin reading it like a book.
Wow.
And then Keenan audibles.
You knew
The
you was
silent
right. Go
assassin,
to
Keenan
it.
Allen.
You was right.
DK Metcalf for the first down.
How about the mind games right there of Derwin James? He tells
I
Keenan
can't show
Allen,
too
I
much. I
know
got
you're in
Tyreek
cover
next
2,
game.
waits for him to audible to cover 3, and then attacks the flat now that he's not in cover 2. What a mental pretzel right there, Derwin James. Putting on Keenan Allen.
It's a band name right there, too, Mental Pretzel.
I seen him. I got something for him, though. I seen this whole little scheme.
2nd and 4 coming. 14 and 3 DJ.
Look at you, bro. You was not supposed to come in and blitz. Come on, bro.
You're not gonna head off again, bro.
You was not supposed to come in on that one, bro. Come on, bro.
Finally got Keenan to unmute himself. He finally responded to Derwin James.
I'm feeling it. The chat's been asking for him. Give the people what they want. I'll shut up.
Now instead they're stuck with us.
God, DK.
This is big. Derwin's going to have to punt.
Didn't get the arms up. DK Metcalf couldn't get the arms up, so it's 4th and 4.
I'll tell you what, Josh, got him to this 4th and 4. If Keenan Allen can take this possession and turn it into points, we will have a serious ball game.
You got to punt that. Put you on the 30.
Into this 4th quarter.
Play good defense.
Well, it's funny because, again, Derwin James was all about the offense, right? To beat up on Michael Vick the other day, scoring 80 before the game was conceded with about 90 seconds to go. This time it would be about holding a usually explosive Keenan Allen to under 10, possibly, to win this game.
Yeah, Derwin's defense has been phenomenal. Even in that game against Vick, it was similar to what Tyreek Hill did. He had several just pick sixes where he was scoring points on offense, defense, wherever he wanted. Ooh, here goes Mark.
Come on, Madden.
A little tumble down there, but Ingram got free.
I'm surprised, Josh.
Keenan Allen in this game so far.
Usually when you see guys with the Ravens, it's all about running with Lamar, bombing it to Hollywood Brown, but Keenan is just so committed to Mark Ingram. I mean, look at him. He just I don't know how many carries he has. Over 10 carries now for Mark Ingram. He's committed to this ground game, Josh.
Got a big-time wide receiver running the ball, Keenan Allen. But again, Madden play, life imitates art only sometimes. I haven't seen a lot of Lamar Jackson running yet. That's why you got so much you can do with Lamar Jackson, or is DJ scoping it out defensively?
I think DJ's just doing a good job containing him. He's sending a lot of pressure off of those edges. Off of those edges, he's calling QB contains, and then he always at least has a spy on the field. So, really, just forcing Lamar to hand that ball off and make reads, not really being able to scramble and pick up those yards with his legs. If you're Keenan
Right,
Allen,
into
you
the
might want
fourth
to go
quarter
to
we
the guy.
go.
Yeah, the dive.
Dive and catch. Wow.
The
And
dive
had
hurt him right
Hollywood
there, though,
Brown been able
Josh.
to, yeah, had he been able to stay on his feet, you might have turned the corner, but at least Hollywood's got it.
Yeah, you heard Keenan. He said, "Why'd you dive?" You really wanted him to catch that in space, especially with Hollywood Brown, because he's just so elusive in that open field. Watch the bubble to Snead.
Hollywood Brown, yeah.
Good handoff.
Another carry for Ingram. It's about a dozen, actually 11 carries now for about 70 yards. Going no huddle.
Keenan Allen has made the right read on these read option and RPO plays every single time. Very impressive.
Stout defense, though, again, gumming up the works in the middle.
Hey, Keenan, this is fine. You got plenty of time. It's the start of the fourth quarter, pretty much. About 5 minutes left. 3 timeouts still. I mean, you score a touchdown here, you're a stop away from having all the momentum in this ball game.
Even a field goal gets you to within 8. Doesn't want to settle for that, but if it comes to that, you can't leave points on the field here, right? I mean, you can't go for it, say, 4th and 4 and miss if it comes to that.
Yeah, it would be. I'd be curious to see if he does go for it. His offense hasn't been super explosive, so he might, really be committed to the touchdown here. It's a good question,
That got to
Josh.
be picked by somebody. There's 4 green jerseys over here.
You heard DJ. Yeah, you had a
Field
lot of
goal ain't gonna help
defense
you.
right around it. So here it is, 4th and 4. What do you
Get one
do?
more field goal, one stop.
Field goal and a stop. You heard Keenan. He said it for you.
Come on, D.
Derwin
Pick
not
6.
happy about the dropped picks.
Justin Tucker's not going to miss, not in any minute. All right, so here we go. 4:11 left, and the winner gets Deshaun Jackson tomorrow in one semifinal. Tyreek Hill matched against Denzel Ward in the other. Got to stop Lockett, and they do. Inside the 20, matter of fact.
Let's see how the chat feels, Josh. Chat, if you feel like Keenan's going to be able to get a stop and turn this with a chance to make it a one-possession game, give me a 1 in the chat. Does Keenan
Just
have
throwing it
the
out there,
stop in
partner.
him?
Yeah, I mean, because Derwin James already has a 4.5-minute drive in this game. Wow, threaded the needle there to move the chains.
Yeah,
Will Disley's
I'll
coming
tell you,
up huge.
Derwin, he loves that corner route. It's a nice play out of that gun ace twin. You get your tight end on a quarter route. You got your slot receiver on a corner. You got a deep post from the outside receiver, and then you're running back with a sexy little angle out the backfield. It's a really tough play to stop. I will say, though, Josh, Keenan is doing a really good job of clicking on his defender and trying to make the play. He's just, a split second short on it each time. But his click on has been impressive.
Got the 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning if and when he needs to start stopping the clock. You can hear that game chair moving around. A little nervous fidgeting now from Keenan Allen. The drive, this is it. Got to get the ball back.
He seems poised. I will say, Keenan Allen's body language has been, spectacular. He never gets too, emotional. He seems very focused at the task at hand, which is key if you want to be successful in Madden, competitive Madden. Anyone that goes on tilt in Madden, never a good thing. If you've played weekend league or the leaderboards, you know that's true.
Play action
Hey, yo.
here, Russell Wilson.
Good defense, bro.
Wow! How about that? Drop the
What my
linebacker back
man's
in
doing,
coverage. That is
bro?
a big-time play.
Oh, my goodness. Derwin just got away with that one. You saw Keenan. He clicked on a game of inches, almost got the user pick. Oh, that's devastating if you're Keenan Allen right there. You baited him. He's been throwing that. You have double coverage, and you just a split hair away from making the play. That was huge.
And with the first down, more clock can roll for Derwin James and the Seahawks. Penny will get crashed into here. Michael Pierce got him.
Look at the clock
All right, so at
management
the
by
2-minute
Derwin.
warning, RG, right? And obviously with the 3 timeouts left, you don't have to necessarily get the ball back right away. But Keenan Allen, if he's got that ability to somehow poke the ball free, strip it free, that's the time to work that stick and do that.
No, for sure, Josh. He doesn't have much more room for error. I mean, Derwin is pretty much almost in field goal range here. If you're Keenan, every yard counts in this situation. You really want to try to get a tackle for loss, blow him up in the backfield, do whatever you can to keep him out of field goal range.
That burst right there
Yeah,
might just seal it, because you're right. You kick the field goal, RG, you're up by 11, and there's just no time left. Not enough.
You couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, it's going to be GG's. Most likely going to be GG's unless we see a block kick or something crazy happen.
Well, you called it. Derwin James on both sides of the football. I mean, 80 against Michael Vick, very impressive. I get it. But holding Keenan Allen to 6, pretty impressive too.
This is what happens, Josh, when you play someone you're familiar with or you've played a lot. It's usually one of these low-scoring, not super exciting type of games because, you know, you're just not trying to make that mistake because you know that they're looking out for your money plays.
Yeah, this one's been a bit of a grind, but it looks like Derwin James will grind his teammate right out of contention. Put an X on over Keenan Allen's face in just a moment. And again, Will Disley. Yeah, we can, I think,
GG's in the
congratulate
chat.
Derwin James. Yeah, absolutely.
Keep
Keenan
it close.
Allen gave
We
it a
brothers,
shot.
bro.
Well done. Derwin James moves on. And we'll bring back James in just a moment.
I can't show too much. I got to play
got it
Tyreek.
done.